So we're looking at my new wood floor that I installed, and it was a pre-finished, micro-beveled, variable length wood floor from, I believe it was Mulliken. Overall, I'm generally happy with it. The boys have the same floor that was installed 3 years earlier. It's since, the sun has changed the color a little bit, but all right, so what's going on today here is, okay, can't really see it right here, but there's a bevel. A pretty good sized bevel. Right there. So what happened was, and I'm going to start making excuses, but essentially I was overtired. I didn't catch it. I got too far along to just simply pop it out, and basically came to the conclusion that cutting it out after the fact was a far better option. Now, we will find that out, whether that's the case. So this is a nearly 74-inch plank, and basically to accentuate this board slightly up. So when you come across here, it's all nice, then all of a sudden, boom, it starts to raise. And that's the way it is for this entire board. And as soon as that board is out of the picture, we got multiple boards we're dealing with here. We got a board here, we got a board here, and got a board here. So we got 3 separate boards doing the same thing. So it's not a female receiving end issue. It's just with this board right here. And that is why I've come to the conclusion that we have a male receiving end that has been cut incorrectly. So, number 1 rule when you're installing wood floors is that it's the installer's job to head these problems off before they start. All right, I'm going to tape off this section of board. And what I hope to achieve by doing this is when I'm cutting with the circular saw, I'm dragging the bottom or guard down the surface of the wood. I do not want to scratch it. All right, we've already pre-drilled, so we're going to put some finishing screws in. This is what they look like. They're very small, and they're about 1.5 inches long. Pre-drilled, but I'm going to have to actually drill a notch for the screw heads so that the screw heads don't crack the lip. All right, we have our counter screws installed on the female lip of the floor. The male end already has the nails from installation. So hopefully we've somewhat stabilized this where we don't end up having the floor kind of bound up or tent up in this main walkway. That would not be good, and then we would end up probably running screws down, and then you'd have to, we'd have to fill the holes, and things wouldn't quite look the same. So now to the fun part. What we're going to do is we're going to find the piece that is going to go inside here, and might go like this. Unfortunately, that can't go right there. So I'll move this. That. Go like that. All right, I think we've got our fix. So what we're going to do, we're going to take this outside and we're going to do two things. We're going to cut, we've got the female end of the board and we're going to cut the bottom of the lip so that we can basically notch that down into this existing lip. We're going to put lots of glue into it. We're also going to do the same right here. We're also going to put, we're going to notch that, and then we're going to leave this lip as it is. And then we'll do the same for that board. We'll end up cutting it. I may end up creating a new, may end up mimicking that on that end, even though we're going to cut it. So let's get to work. All right, we've made our cut along the bottom here. I really only get one shot at this after we put the glue down, so we're going to try to do this. Okay, we have one board left to go. What I ended up having to do with the first board that wasn't shown on camera is I had to undercut the female side to make enough clearance to get it past the male receiving side. Furthermore, I don't know if you, what I ended up doing was I also sanded, I would call it maybe a 45-degree angle at the bottom of the finished section or the side to help guide the piece in. So let's see how difficult this is going to be. All right. I tell you what, it would have been a lot easier to do this correctly the first time, but we did recover, and the fit is pretty decent. As you can see here, we've got no more high and low spots. The gaps we are able to recover with the compression. We have fixed our floor. I got to get this cleaned up before my mess is discovered.